What's up, everybody? It's the Sport. What's up, everybody? It's the Sports Chasers Podcast, coming to you live and direct with your host and your moderator, Kevin L. Warren, along with his fellow podcast brothers, Dorian, the D.A. Alberton, James, the Angry One Warren, Mike Mills, and Daryl, D-Dub Warren. This is a real sports podcast for real fans. This is a sports podcast with no hot takes, no narratives, just real, unadulterated sports talk. Please hit the like button, subscribe, and share our YouTube channel. Sports Chasers Podcast. We can be found on all podcast platforms, plus all social media platforms by searching Sports Chasers Podcast. All information is in our bio. Please be advised, at times there may be some explicit and colorful language. We are the defenders of the fans. Now, here's your host and moderator, Kevin L. Warren!
There's the host of the show now.
Yep.
What's up, everybody? It's another Thursday night of the Sports Chasers Podcast. Sorry, we're running a little late. Again, technical difficulties. We'll overcome them soon enough. But hey, it's another Thursday night. Going to get into some things when it comes to the world of sports. Starting from my left to right, we'll go with the DA. DA, what's going on, brother? As we meet the crew.
Oh man, everything is good. Hope everybody's doing well. Ready to get to it, get into it, get out of it.
No doubt. D-Dub, you're up next.
What up? Thursday night, Sports Chasers Podcast. What it do?
His macho. Hold on. What you got on there? Your macho.
Salute to the macho man. Yeah,
Snap into a Slim Jam.
There you go. God bless the dead, man. That was the dude back in the day. There you go.
Dan, go ahead, Dan.
No, another Thursday. It's good to be back. Got hockey started. Let's go.
Oh, God. Oh, that was
Oh man,
that was really fun.
hey Dan, already. Man, hey, Thursday night, man. A lot to get into when it comes to sports, man. We're gonna start off with the beloved NFL. We'll start off with on Monday night. That was a really hard to watch game. The Giants and the Dallas Cowboys. The Giants losing to the Cowboys by I believe a touchdown here. To me, I don't think the Giants were never ever. I won't say never in the game. I just think the Giants. First of all, the offensive line for the Giants. They got some work to do. The man was running for his life all night long, as Lionel Richie would say. Couldn't block for him. Danny Dimes was on the move, and kudos to him. He showed some athleticism and he got away, man. But Giants 2-1. I'm cool where they at. It is what it is. D-Dub, what you got?
Yo, dog, I told you from the start, no expectations, and I don't have them. I'm enjoying the game. I know what it is. I'm not even going to set myself up to, get myself all the way up and then crash. Nah, I'm not doing it. So Daniel Jones, 20-37, 196 yards. Sacked 5 times, I believe.
5 times you got it. Yeah.
Yeah, one interception, no TDs. Saquon Barkley looked great. 14 carries, 81 yards. What to say, man? Dallas Cowboys made plays, man. You know what I'm saying? More plays than the Giants. It was very hard to watch early. Cowboys came on in the second half, and as soon as Saquon Barkley scored first touchdown, and then Dallas came back and scored, I think, twice after that. So, hey, Dallas is 2-1. Kudos to them because a lot of people have, including me, written them off, and they're staying around. Cooper Rush, he's doing the job, man. That's why you need a quality backup quarterback, and he is.
He will be starting for the Cowboys for the rest of the year.
Listen, I'm not getting into all that. And I think our fans will appreciate. Guys. Yeah, I appreciate all that nonsense. I mean, you paying Dak Prescott, you got him the money. I'm not even going there, Kev. Cooper Rush did a great job, 21-31, 215 yards, TD, no sacks, no interceptions. He did what he was supposed to do.
That's not me.
No, it's me.
Okay.
The moderator.
Yeah,
man.
Oh man, it's funny tonight. Dan, go ahead. What's your thoughts on the Giants and the Cowboys game? Excuse me.
Well, it was, one of those things where, I wasn't home, but I watched the game and watched it on, I watched the Manning cast,
which is better than the game.
Yes.
1,000 times.
By far.
I almost think there's a curse, though, because that's the second time McAfee's been on there. And the entire time that he was on there, I think there were 7 punts and field goals and whatever.
Hey, McAfee got this voodoo doll with a kicker. It's just a leg with a foot on it, and he wears it.
All I could say is that is way more entertaining to watch than the actual commentators. I love it. But, I think the Giants hung around, like you said, hello, put your tight end wherever Micah Parsons is coming from. Chip the motherfucker, put him on his ass, give the guy some time. I mean, they made no adjustments, so I didn't expect the game to go any different than it did. But kudos to, Daniel Jones. I mean, he was their leading rusher for most of that game until Saquon passed. I think Saquon had 81 or 84, and he had 79.
Mm-hmm.
So, it is what it is. It's a division game, and they're always tough. It doesn't matter what conference or what division you're in. It's a hated rivalry. The Giants, if they would have made some adjustments, they could have made that game, a lot closer.
And that's what I felt that they didn't make adjustments. That was a very winnable game. But
Kev, I just got one more. Kenny Galladay, please, sir.
Well,
where are you?
Things
We
happen.
paid you this guy. We paid this guy. Where is he?
Right.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I feel really bad because Shepard got hurt and he didn't get touched by anybody.
Yeah,
and it was just a freak accident, and he knew as soon as he had it. Yeah, he knew it as soon as it happened. Thoughts and prayers to him. Hope he gets better quick.
Yeah.
That really hurt. That hurt the Giants the rest of the game because he was really the guy to go to.
I'm gonna bring in DA on that one. DA, playing on that turf and stuff like that. Your thoughts?
Well,
because you heard a lot of opinions. About
that is real. Those soft tissue injuries, man, running on that turf, man, it doesn't grab you, but it grabs you. You see those little black things that come up. Those pebbles, man. If you're not slipping, you're tripping. And so what happens is when you do that, because he was just running. You got to understand these guys' muscles are wound so tight, and they have to stretch right. It's like a fine-tuned car, man. And, that's what some of the guys that run with some people I know will say, they're like fine-tuned automobiles. And if the one thing is off, whole car is off. So he was just jogging. He wasn't blocking. He wasn't doing anything. Ball wasn't coming to him. And it just snapped. It popped. So that means the muscles above and below were too tight, and they popped it. And that happens because of non-stretching. It's not, that's, and I'm saying he didn't stretch, wasn't stretched out enough. Of course he stretched because they got people that will stretch you, but that's kind of where that comes from. And football's unforgiving in that, man. So,
gotcha. What's your thoughts on the Giants and then Cowboys game, and then we'll go to tonight's game and some predictions.
Yeah, I think it was contrary. I thought it was an okay game. I think the Giants are a good team. I think your coaching didn't coach; they got out coached. This is why I don't like to call people Belichick first year. I don't get too high or low on none of these dudes, man. Your coach got in the middle of that game and froze. Right? So if Daniel Jones is throwing the ball 40 times and Saquon's only running 14 times, that's a problem. Now, the reality is that a good team with an identity or grasping towards the identity will run the ball even from behind. Because what it does is still takes away possessions from the other team. So the reality is if you're running the ball and getting first downs, your defense gets to rest and you get to move on, and maybe you get another 3, or maybe you get a touchdown, or you break one. But 14 times, 81 yards, 14 times. Like now, it's just math. If it's 25 times, then what is it? Right? No, but we're behind 2 scores. Relax. I've been at this for a minute. I've seen teams run their way back into a game.
It can be done.
Oh, it happens all the time.
Mm-hmm.
The object is to keep that offense off the field.
Correct.
It's not, this is not rocket, science, man. It's not heart surgery, folks. So, the coaches, they let you down because, like I said, it's easier to block forward than the pass block going back. So for a young offensive line, you want them to go forward. You don't want them trying to pass block, right? Because you're giving the defensive man the left, the right, no. We're going to attack you, and we're going to put you on your ass. Even if we get 3 yards, this is what we're going to do. This is what good teams do. So they'll get there. I'm not, and it's not a matter of years. It's just a matter of dedication to a style or your team really picking up a identity and what your identity is going to be. And I don't think the Giants know from a coaching management perspective what type of team they want to be. And this is when you have these things happen to you.
I think, they're still trying to clean up from the last regime. And, they're still trying to find themselves. So
Ain't no time for that shit, Kev. I'm sorry. I love you, man, but there's no time for that. You come in.
So what do you do?
You not. Hey, look, we're watching the team tonight, right? But Daniel's in here this year. This is how we doing it. This is win, lose, or draw. This is what we're gonna do.
Okay, fair enough.
Because no other coaches get 2-3 years to fuck up, but Giants coaches. Right? So y'all have coaches that win like 3 games in 3 years, and he's still the coach after 3 years. No other team in the NFL gets that.
He has called it.
I'm not even arguing with him. He's 100%. Hey, at the end of the day, we're 2-1, and we got the Bears coming up next. So
you win this game. Run it down their throat.
It's we'll see. We'll see what they do now.
Yo, DA, you got me on that one, man. You got me on that.
We good, fam. I love you. But that's just that's like an NFL misnomer. You don't need time to do it, man.
Yeah,
you really don't. So I played on the bad defense in high school 1 year, and then the next year we were good.
Right.
So that's just kind of the way it goes, I guess.
Facts. We're gonna push back on going over the rest of the games. Let me get to baseball real quick because we didn't get a chance to go over baseball or any of that stuff last week because of our spirit to talk about the WNBA. Shout out again to my man Ryan D'Souza, who's actually on the YouTube comments in the chats, man. Thank you, Ryan, again, brother, for coming through.
I don't know why you ain't calling in, John. Scared. Yeah, go ahead now.
Well, D, we gotta have them somewhere to call in, man.
Well, something, dude just scared, man. WNBA, dude. Now, one love, bro. One love, brother, for sure.
But let me go to the Major League Baseball. Shame on me last night, but hey, my man Aaron Judge hit number 61 in Toronto last night. He tied the record with Roger Maris for the most in the American League with 61 home runs last night against the Toronto Blue Jays.
Doing it clean.
Fuck that bullshit.
Judge did it.
You don't know that. Did you got a cup of his piss?
I do it.
Do you have a cup of that man's pee?
Yeah. Did it clean.
8-3 last night. Aaron Judge hit number 61. D-Dub, since you want to throw darts and bombs out, what do you think of Aaron Judge?
Congratulations to Aaron Judge, man. He, 61, man. Since they don't want to count Barry, but since Barry, going, surpassing 61, and tying 61. I'm sorry. So congratulations. That's a big feat for.
Well, who don't want to count Barry?
Well, his Maris family, the Maris family. They don't want to really acknowledge, that Barry Bonds.
Those people don't have a cup of Barry's pee either.
Yeah. So
or Judge's piss.
Just from the articles I've read,
Let history tell the story, folks.
But shout out to him. But I'm not really concerned about him. That's cool and all. I want to see if the Yankees could go ahead and let's get to a chip. That's what I'm concerned about.
Yes.
So your individual, that's great. Kudos to you. But
I think the bigger individual D is the fact that dude's up winning a triple crown at that size.
That's
hands around.
That's impressive.
That means he's getting his feet out.
Yeah.
He's hitting the ball. He's hitting for average.
That part.
And he's moving dudes over. That's what you need to have to win, is to score runs. Because in baseball, more runs than the other teams. So
I believe he's up 1 percentage point on average. The RBIs and home runs he got.
He may not make it because it's hard to get a triple crown.
Yeah.
Unless you kind of do the old school way and sit him out.
Sure.
So, yeah.
Well, Dan, go ahead.
I would say, how can you not win the Triple Crown for average when they won't throw at him? Didn't he walk 4 times the other night?
Listen,
doesn't that hurt your average though?
Don't be scared. No, it shouldn't, because it doesn't count. It doesn't count as an at bat.
Yeah, it does.
I don't think.
I don't think so. Yeah.
But then to the Yankees, thought, let me switch over here and talk to the fans. I think the Yankees too. You got to put some people behind them to hit also, man. The Yankees have not been doing it. Yeah. So that kind of goes best with, because I saw that too. I was like, damn, they're not pitching the Judge. What's up with that? And I even told DW the other day. I said, Dad, why don't you just grooving down the middle, get it over with? And Darren was like, man, that man don't want to be part of history.
Listen here, man.
These cats, they got a job to do too.
They paying $800 million to Giancarlo to stand behind him and strike out. Right. So that being said, it's lightning in the bottle, or it's just a bottle. They kind of take it, he's there. They're paying the salary, so he's gonna play. And if you put him any further back in the lineup, then he destroyed the back half of the lineup, because he doesn't have a good on base percentage. So you have to use him because you're paying him.
Yeah,
right.
And Kev, looking at these stats, I don't know if he's going. His average right now is 313. I doubt if you get this Triple Crown. How many games left? 5, 6 games left.
There's a week left, so about rolling up to Friday, I think.
Yeah, I doubt it.
3 games. If you get a hit every day, you're good.
Yeah.
How many points he's behind now? As we're seeing,
he's behind Freddie Freeman.
Yeah, but that's a different league.
He's back.
Right?
It's a different league. You just go to the American League, bro.
Yeah.
Let me see. Hold on.
Yeah, that would be the American League.
There you go.
Freddie got
Freddie up.
Every point he goes up.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
it's doable, right? What is
doable? He's 313. He's 2 points behind Luis Arias in Minnesota. He's batting 315. So yeah, for the American League Triple Crown, yes.
Yeah, but would he, as Dan said, would that spark some kind of controversy if they sat him out for the last 3 games or 4 games or whatever?
What we sending him out for?
Williams? No, I'm sorry. It wasn't Ted Williams. There was somebody that was going against Ted Williams, and they sat him out. And they did the same thing against Tony Gwynn. And they tried to sit the dude out, but Tony Gwynn went like 3 for 4. So they'll do it now. Shoot.
Oh, you saying just to preserve the
the average.
Math is math.
Yeah, math is math. DA is absolutely right. So let me get off the I'm like D Dub. Yeah, that's nice and all. He got the American League record. He'll probably break the American League record sometime this weekend. But hey, that's great. But we want to get the chip. So with that said, the LA Dodgers are number 1 in the power rankings. According to the Athletic, the Astros number 2. Astros got 101 wins. Dodgers got 100. Or the Dodgers got 106. New York Mets are 97-57 as of yesterday. Beat the Marlins. New York Mets are number 3.
They had one guy beat the Marlins yesterday.
Well, yeah, he did. Absolutely. 94. Yes, New York Yankees defeat the. New York Yankees are number 4 at 94-58. The Braves are 95-58. Major League Baseball got it right. They got the Mets and the Yankees. The Mets and the Braves. Down the stretch, looks like they're going to decide who's going to win the division and who's going to be going to the wild card. The St. Louis Cardinals are 89-65. The Cleveland Guardians won the American League Central Division. Shout out to the Guardians, man. Toronto Blue Jays are in second place in the American League East at 86-67. They look like they're going to be a wild card. Tampa Bay, 84-69. They're right behind the Blue Jays. And then you got the San Diego Padres at 85-68. Number 11 is
a wild card.
Who's that?
The Padres.
Yeah, the Padres are going to be a wild card.
20 games behind the Dodgers, and they're going in.
Well, yeah, it's going to be 6 teams per league.
I know. I just said this crazy. It's 20 games.
Yeah. He just looking at the numbers. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah.
No, there's a reason for that.
Yes.
21 games behind.
Let Dan say the reason because he's going to say it anyway.
Yeah, go ahead, Dan. You got the floor, sir.
What's funny is when I was looking through the notes and stuff that Kev said, I don't know what we were going to talk about, and I was like, let me dive into this. Look at the power rankings. It's the payroll rankings is what this is because I looked at this and I'm like, so how many teams? Like I'm looking at this payroll thing. The league average is 162 million. Name 2 of the teams that are below that are in the playoffs right now.
Okay, Tampa Bay's not in it, right?
Baltimore's not.
The Guardians. They can't be paying nobody. The Guardians. Their name is the Guardians.
That's one.
Okay. All right. So one because you can't be playing motherfucker there. Then
the other one will change after this year because they're going to have to pay the dude.
Okay, so that's what's the kid? God damn it! Shit. Hold on.
I didn't think this was going to be hard. Holy crap!
No, it's not hard at all. I just gotta see because with all the teams making the playoffs, I forget who the hell is in and who's out.
All right, so we'll make it easy. So the other one's Seattle.
Well, okay, yeah. Nah, they're out next year because
they're gonna pay. They got to pay. Was it J-Rod? Yeah. So the Guardians have an $82 million payroll. They won the Central. Seattle has 128.
They just
every other. Well, let's put it this way. I think every NL team is in like the top 12 of payroll,
including Baltimore.
Baltimore's not in.
They're not in.
Baltimore's not in.
So
isn't Seattle still paying dude from the Yankees?
Yeah, but their total, even so, it's still only 82 million compared to the Yankees 264.
Hey,
the Dodgers is even better because they're paying 274 and 35 million is getting buried under suspension for Trevor Bauer. So
TB is
it's they have a cap, but the cap is bullshit
because he's 37 million, Dad. Trevor Bauer is 37 this year.
35.333333.
And they're paying him now, right?
He's suspended, but goes into he's under contract.
God damn.
So, you say that baseball has a cap, it's bullshit. They have a tax if you want to spend money. And the teams that are winning, the Dodgers, they got 100 and some wins. 274 million. The Oakland Athletics are paying 60 million total. That's probably one guy on the Dodgers.
Yeah.
So, it is what it is. But,
so do we think that from the Players Association that there has to be, and see, I don't like these has to be's with business because we are in America. Right, so I don't like to do this, but there has to be a minimum spend.
You need a floor,
right?
And you need a ceiling.
Yeah, we need a floor. So if we're gonna say 275 is the uppermost, right? That we're going, and we can't be under 100.
Yeah, Oakland's 100 million under the average.
Yeah, we'll give you $175 million, man, to play with, like in between. But at the bottom, you got to be at $100 million. 62 million means you're not trying to win.
You're not.
Go ahead, Dan.
No, I was gonna say I'm appreciative of what Aaron Judge is doing, but at the end of the day, do I still hate the Yankees? Yes, and it's not because I don't hate them because of what team they are. I hate the fact that they got the Yes Network and all these other avenues where they're a big market and they can spend $1 billion, and they just buy. They don't. So like football, hard cap. Every team has the same salary cap. And you figure out who you're going to pay and where you're going to put your money, and that determines how your team does. Where baseball, you could spend as much as you want, buy the all-stars off of every team, put them all on one team, and then like, hey, yeah, we won 23 championships. No shit. You spent more money than everybody. That to me.
So Dan, we're not going to fix that tonight.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, but we're not going to fix that tonight. But you can also, if you want to put some blame, you blame the Players Association because they're never ever going to give into a hard cap, even though they keep on locking them out and all that stuff. They be trying to lock them out to give a hard cap, but
why would you, Cap?
I don't know how many times have we had strikes. We had 94. Excuse me, was it 94? They struck. They had
they locked out strikes,
right? So, and then that was only for get a salary cap.
Out. 94, they got locked out.
Yeah. Here's my whole point on this: is if you want a superior product on the field, and you want competition throughout the year, you don't have to play 162 games if this is the product you're going to put on the field. Because how many fans is Oakland getting? Nobody. Right. So if you want, all the owners to prosper and have competition on the field and draw people to the park because you want to see, like, nobody's going to a Pirate game. They're like, it's like the movie Major League where the ground crew is, raking the dirt up and they're like, who are these guys? I don't know, but they're still shit. It doesn't matter. Because people, you know what I mean? Like, you just keep rolling over talent and selling them off to the teams for draft picks. More guys to develop them, to give them away again. So, like, if you're a Pirates fan like myself, you could give a rat's ass about baseball in general after the first 2 months. Because we talked about it all year long. Yeah. We need 4 more wins to get 63 wins so we don't lose 100. Do I think that's going to happen? Hell no. We're going to lose 100 again this year.
I agree with you, Dan.
I would like to see baseball more competitive, more level playing field, just because it's more entertaining to watch 2 good teams than to turn on the TV and go, oh, Yankees are winning over the Pirates 16-3.
And that's why the NFL's king currently, because they got it right with that. Everything's competitive. Look at the first couple of weeks, right? Everything has come down to the wire with games.
You have a chance, and I'm with you. I'm with you, Dan.
But you can't 100%. Sign every all-pro in the NFL to your team because you have a limited amount of dollars. So you'll see teams like, we know our offense isn't great this year. So what do? We spend a shit pile of money on the defense so that we could stay in games by our defense holding the other team down. I mean, will that work? Maybe not. But they allocated their dollars to what would help us win, the best chance for us to win with the current roster. Now, say Kenny Pickett comes in and lights the world on fire the next couple of years. Well, then he's going to have to get paid. So then that decision comes in. All right, so we can't pay everybody. So who are we going to let go that we can keep the best team possible that we can have with not, going over the cap?
But that goes to what we call the Seattle model, right? So if Pickett is the man, you got 5 years of giving him cigarettes and chicken. You don't have to pay him for 5 years.
But that day's going to come.
Yeah, but listen,
you know what I mean?
But the average years of an NFL player, the owners still win in that because you only get a 3 to 4 year career in the NFL. So if he makes it past 5 years, dude, you deserve the money for longevity. We'll cut 4 other guys to keep you if you can half-ass play, right? But in that time in between, they can bolster up the rest of their team on long-term contracts. So when you're when you're at your 5 years, these other guys are in the middle of their contracts, right? So so you'll still have, just for instance, a TJ Watt would still be there because you just signed his contract this year. So you get Kenny, and Kenny comes in, and in the middle of the contract, TJ is still somewhere near the middle of his contract. Then it's good. You don't have to do that, But it's as E is saying, it has to be the GM has to be good, but that's why these guys get paid money. But I agree with you 100% as far as baseball, Dan. It's just like you don't know. It's greed, and the greed's killing them because it's the owners. Because if I'm what you call them, the players. Hell no, I'm not giving you no money back.
Oh, I get that.
Why would I do that? I would never do that. You gave me this money. I'm gonna keep it.
Yeah.
It's not my job to balance the books.
You're absolutely right. No,
it's your job to balance the books.
Well, yeah, that's the whole thing with the Lamar Jackson thing, but we'll stay on topic right here. Go ahead, DA.
So if we are saying, I think there are two things Dan said make a lot of sense. We get a floor and a ceiling, and we cut down the names, the amount of games, and say, look, listen, guys, we don't need to have 162 games, right? So now the owners are mad, right? Because they don't get that money, whatever they're getting from that city, whether it's tax dollars or whatever it is, to have X amount of home games in that stadium and have the police there and have the police being paid for by this group because they're there at the stadium. Listen, dude, we don't need that many games, right? Because the reason why the NFL works, fellas, beyond anything else, is scarcity. There are only 17 games. There's not a bunch of games to get up and come back. It's not the salary cap. It's all those things play a role. But the biggest thing that makes football is that there's only 17 weeks. And when it's done, it's done. So every game means something.
So I've been saying for years, DA.
So when that happens, everybody has to, kind of buy in and make it happen. Right? Because in the NFL, you go 0-3, dudes is already,
looking around.
Starting to book for vacation. Right?
They start looking around.
My wife wants to go to Belize, so I guess we're gonna, so because you're not going. You're not going nowhere. It's hard. So it's only 17 games, man. So scarcity is, but no one wants to take that route because they're greedy. And they want you in the stadium, to see the Oakland A's when no one else is there to see them, because there's some financial benefit to that owner, even if it's a loss, right? Because the loss can be a benefit, for a business. It can help you with your taxes. Oh, we took a loss on that game. No one came. It all helps. But the reality is that, get rid of some games. And the floor and the ceiling, you won't lose.
Let me go here for the power rankings. So if the season was to end today, in the American League, the Astros and the Yankees would be the two top spots. They will have a bye, so to speak. And then Cleveland and Toronto, Cleveland, who won their division, they will host Seattle, which is the least of the wild card. And then Toronto and Tampa Bay will duke it out. And they both will face the winner of the Cleveland-Seattle series will face the Astros, and the winner of the Toronto-Tampa Bay series will face the Yankees. That's in the American League. Right now, the Dodgers and the Mets and St. Louis, they're the top winners of the National League of their divisions. And then you got Atlanta, San Diego, Milwaukee, and Philadelphia. And Milwaukee and Philadelphia are actually tied at 83 and 72. Right now, I did my little research. If the season was to end today, Milwaukee will be going to playoffs because they have a better season record. They got the season record over the
Phillies.
Phillies.
The Eagles.
Yeah. So EAGLES, Eagles. So that's how that's going down in baseball, and it should be very interesting to see down the stretch. Kudos to the guys for brainstorming a little bit about Major League Baseball. I'm gonna wrap up Major League Baseball real quick. Yeah, baseball, man, they've went on strike and they gotten locked out, and they don't seem to get it. The Players Association is one of the most powerful, if the most powerful union in the world, not even the country, the world. So what they say goes. So this is gonna be very hard, but I don't understand. But I do understand. It's greed. The owners are greedy, and they want, like DA said, they want that stadium filled every freaking day. So I just want good baseball. I'm like, Dan, it would be nice if everybody was competitive in September. Cut down some of the games. You know what I'm saying? 140, something like that. And, make the games very interesting.
That's why they lose me at times, because, again, competition, man. We about competition. That's what it is. And when the games are not competitive, man, I'm sure.
DW, this about the NBA, talking about cutting the games down, and you had a fit.
No, I didn't. Actually, I was with it. I wish they cut it down to 50 games. That was the best season they had. Best season they had to me.
What's wrong with it too?
Who?
I know I can shit. 60 games.
Yeah, they cut that down.
I can't watch after 40, but I'll give
absolutely.
You
and again, same thing with my complaints about the NCAA with football. The competitive balance. It's just to me, what are we doing? If you're not competing, man, why are we playing? If I know I could beat you, then what's the point? You know what I'm saying? We already know.
College football is I can do a 30 for 30 on how that works and why it doesn't work. But it's a lot of years and a lot of every year it was Miami versus directional this for years.
No, they just paid Middle Tennessee State 1.5 and
yeah, it took an L, but yeah. And Florida State, Alabama, for years.
Texas A&M.
Yeah,
this is what
with
they
App
used
State.
to do. Yeah,
that
was a mistake. They wouldn't have paid them if they would have lost. So,
shout out to Deion Sanders for putting some light on all this stuff, man. I mean, he's really. I don't know if the powers that be is going to try to stop him, but he is really putting a light on all this stuff with the ADs, the whole stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, shout
accountability, man. That's I think all of us and all of our regular lives and work, people have to be accountable. So ADs accountable, coaches accountable, right? The people that bring these kids into these schools accountable. Like, don't have the job and not do the job.
Do the job.
Right? You're going to get something on the side. Because that's what happens. Most times, these guys get, a little hand, they put their hand on like they're an athlete to get something on the side. Right? From this guy that's a friend of that guy is a friend of that guy. For these games. It's like I said, it really doesn't matter, man. It really doesn't matter if people stop watching. But
vote with your dollars.
They don't. So they'll be there at the
They'll be there. Yeah. They'll be there at Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, they'll be there at the shoot, 100,000 strong this weekend to watch Ohio State beat and drag Rutgers up and down the field for an hour and some change. 65-10. That's the score. It's going to be that. 65.
Gotcha. We'll get into college football here in a little bit. We got Dan. Dan's up next. Well, hockey. Dan, what we got on hockey? Hockey's in exhibition season mode. Anything on the front, Dan? Welcome back, hockey.
Yeah, thank God. I say, so training camps have started. This is what Tortorella has done to the Flyers so far.
Jesus Christ.
He backskated the ass out of them the other day, and I think he might have killed a few people.
Good gracious!
But no, most of the teams have played maybe 2-3 games. It's hilarious to me, like this time of the year, because it's like a lot of times these games aren't broadcast on regular TV or whatever. But like a lot of times on Facebook, that if you follow your team, they put up links that you can follow the streams. And, like I always say, one of my favorite hockey websites is hockeyfights.com. If you haven't checked it out, you need to check it out because it has almost every fight in the NHL or AHL probably for the last 20 years. And I think we played Columbus. The Penguins played Columbus the other night. And it was like one of the first games we played. And there was two big young kids, both I think about 6'5". I think it was Harper for the Jackets and then Devane for the Penguins. And it was a good tilt. And unfortunately, Harper got knocked out on his feet. But, just seeing some highlights and stuff, it's good that it's back. I saw Trevor Zegras for Anaheim, the guy that has all the slick moves with the Michigan goal. And
the stick.
Yeah, he got absolutely, like, if you want to see a really good open ice hit, the kid from Arizona just blew him up at center ice. And, of course, you can't have a clean hit. You got to go, somebody got to fight. So he defended himself really well against
he
Henry.
Got smoked though.
He smoked the hell out of him.
I
And that's
that.
it. That's they always tell you when you're playing, even when you're a little kid, always keep your head up.
Protect yourself at all times. There you go.
Yeah, and he got caught slipping.
Yeah,
but not a whole lot's going on. I tried to check out the stats of the Penguins game on ESPN the other day, and I was just absolutely beside myself. I clicked on the stats of the team, and I swear to God, it was like looking at an NCAA football team's roster. They had every single person on each team that's on the team right now in training camp listed in there. So they had like 23 defensemen, 30 to 35, forwards. And it's like, you couldn't take the time to figure out who had ice time and who didn't and make it a normal, box score.
They don't have staff members.
Yeah, it was just very bad.
Yeah,
but the good news, it's back. A couple McKinnon signed, I think I want to say it was 8-year, $12.5 million contract for the Avalanche. I think that makes him the highest paid player. Let's see how that goes in effect. Like we were talking with baseball and football, hockey's kind of the same thing. They got a hard cap, and I think they do have a floor. So, how is that going to affect that team going forward when you got 12 million of 82 going to one guy, and then you got 20 other guys that you have to put out there every night. But and then PK Subban, I believe I saw where he retired.
He retired.
Yeah. Is that premature, Dan? What's going on?
Yeah. I mean, he wasn't like a top tier defenseman, I would say. Like, your Pronger, Niedermeyer's, like your shutdown, really good guy. He was that guy that you would put on, with the first line guy that stayed at home, or he was on your power play. I mean, he was really good player in the league. I just think, I don't know if there's like other issues.
So you're saying he fell off?
I don't know that he necessarily fell off. That maybe he burnt some bridges. Maybe.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And he may be back. I
was shocked. I thought.
Yeah, so was I.
Yeah, I thought he still had some.
I didn't think he was at that age where he needed to retire. I think he still had game in him. But like I said, see, like right now they got all these young kids in camp, and they got like 60 people in camp. And was it August or October? I think 11th or so is when the regular season starts. So, he may get an opportunity if some team has some injuries on the back end where you would need a veteran presence that he could come in and play, third set of D minutes and help your team. The other one that was a bummer to me was Zdeno Chara retired. He's been around forever. He played for the Bruins. He played for the Islanders. He was kind of like that guy. He was so big, but he was in such great shape that he always, never really let the game pass him by. But now with the speed of the stuff, the kids, he's having a little bit of trouble. But the interesting fact that I found out of him actually retiring, he was the last player that's in the NHL right now that lost a playoff series to the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Yes.
That's how long it's been since Toronto's made it out of the first round.
Yeah,
so I know, Toronto lovers, sorry.
Jesus.
But you choked several times against the Bruins where you were up many games. So too bad.
Just math.
That, like I said, there's a lot of the preseason stuff going on now. When it really starts to get interesting here is in probably like another 2 weeks, like 16 days, when they actually start playing this stuff for real. And I can't wait.
Real quick.
I think PJ, real quick, Kev.
Yeah,
I think he got TV money coming, man, because they seem to love him. On ESPN. So he may have that on air Melrose Paper coming. And why get your brain scrambled if you don't have to, right? So, but I think he definitely has an opportunity with that. So,
gotcha. Dan, real quick, your thoughts on the 4,000 seat arena that Arizona, the Coyotes, going to play in? 1 minute.
Oh, I was just going to say maybe the Oakland Athletics need to play in there because that's about all they draw. But no, that I think. Whew.
How's that going to work?
I don't know, dude.
Shots fired.
What is that? 5,000 seat facility? Arizona State University.
Yeah, but when you add in like some of the other stuff, they lose a little bit of those seats. Like it's like college, it'll probably be 5,000, but professionally, you got to add in cameras and all that other stuff. So they may lose some seats there. But wow, how would you like to be that GM and trying to court free agents and bringing them in and going, yo, look at this, 5,000 people can see you play. I mean, I think it's going to be a rough time for them getting like big names to sign with. Well, it's not that they sign big names. The only big names they sign are the guys that can't play anymore, and they take their contracts so they can get above the floor.
I don't understand why, if it's like that, why don't they just move them?
So why don't they move the Pirates? Why don't they move the Athletics? I mean,
well, they're going to. I think they're going to move the Athletics to Las Vegas. Pirates, Major League Baseball. I don't think so. Such a beautiful park, but at this place right here, why don't you just move them back to Quebec or wherever?
Well, here's the thing,
which is one of the dopest jerseys ever, hockey jerseys.
The Nordiques, yeah.
Nordiques.
But like, if they build this new arena where they want it, like we were talking about before, and they have like this whole entertainment and restaurant and hotels and all that stuff, they could probably make this work. It's just that where they've been, it has been just like where they originally were. They were downtown and they did good. Then they moved to Glendale and it was like 45 minutes outside of the city. And so it's like, an hour and a half trip there and back with your family. So, attendance was down and they weren't very good. Now you move to this 5,000. I mean, I tell you what, as a fan, being able to go there and see, like, they're probably going to pack this place out regardless of fans of other teams being able to see their players that up close and personal.
Yeah, it's going to be real intimate.
Yeah, real intimate, and it should be like bonkers as far as like crowd in that place.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's still only 5,000 people.
Right.
So they'll have to figure out how
they can't stay there like more than a year or two.
This is got to be temporary. So
there's got to be a deal with it can't be the Cardinals, maybe with the Suns and their new ownership to be like, listen, man, we'll put up this much if we can if we can build something right near to you, and then we'll get some mixed usage, stuff with some restaurants and the weed store, dispensary, and boom, everybody's there. We could, Arizona, smoking out, doing what we do. So
smoke out arena.
Thank you, DA, on the civics for the Greater Phoenix area. We're gonna move on to college football. College football this weekend. College football has started tonight. South Carolina is beating South Carolina State 22-0, and BYU.
That's practice. That's not a game.
Shout out to all my folks that went to South Carolina State, man.
Yeah,
to the Bulldogs.
They know what it is.
They got the paycheck. BYU is beating Utah State 14-7. The Cougars. Games and notes that's coming up this week. Again, I'm like D-Dub.
Kentucky, Mississippi.
And Ole Miss. Yes.
Right. Alabama, Arkansas.
Yep.
Oklahoma State and Baylor. Wake Forest and
Wake Forest, who gave Clemson.
Yeah, they're playing. They got a good game this weekend.
Business.
I think Clemson and North Carolina State.
Yes, I'm sorry. The Clemson, North Carolina State. That is, yes.
And the last game, I think, it's Wake Forest and Florida State. That's going to be a sneaky good game.
Yes. What you got on North Carolina Clemson? Because Wake Forest almost did it last week.
I think Clemson ran a lot of suicides this week, and they'll be ready. Defense isn't that good. So North Carolina State, they're going to try to score on them. Well, they're going to, that's obviously the game, right? But Clemson has to pull together their defense because they have, on paper, the best defensive line in college football, but they just don't play like it. So they get on some Keystone Cop shit sometimes. So, yeah. So I think it could be a barn burner depending on weather, because it's supposed to be in Clemson. So, we'll see. And you know what? I was telling Dan, we were talking about this earlier. Michigan, Iowa, it's 1 year too late. Wait 3 years. Correct. Yeah, wait 3 years. Iowa, your freshmen will be seniors, and they'll give Michigan a good game, like they did last year, because you had a bunch of seniors on your team. And I think Purdue may give Minnesota a run anyway. I don't think they'll beat them, but I think they'll give them a run. And Washington, UCLA, who cares? Georgia, Missouri used to be good. You always have some dudes there. Those dudes usually get arrested, but Georgia, Missouri always had dudes on their team, like for real. Like they had ballers.
DA, let me interrupt you real quick. The University of Miami. Your thoughts real quick.
They're bad.
Okay.
They listen, man. Antoine Roll, I was looking at another podcast, and he said something that made a lot of sense to me, man. They used to have a standard. And right now, these guys are, I guess, let's say, more enthralled with celebrating first downs than winning games, or turnover chains and shit like that, rather than the winning and being it takes a lot to be a football powerhouse, man. And that's the one thing everybody talks about this stuff like it's easy, but it's not, because it doesn't happen a lot, man. Like, like real talk, right? So LSU, and I what's my boy from the pivot, man, Ryan Clark. Love that dude, like for real. I would love to have you on here, Ryan Clark, if you ever see that. But they're not a powerhouse. They're a powerful school, but they're not top 5 every year.
No.
And they should be.
Correct.
Right? Because nothing leaves Louisiana. Nothing leaves Louisiana that they want. They usually never miss a prospect. Right? So Texas should be, but they're not. Right? Alabama is, Clemson is, Ohio State is. Back in the days, Miami was, Florida State was for a few years. And, like I said, Florida State was only a few years where they were good, and they only got, I think, 1 national championship out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Florida was good for a few years. It's hard, man. But it's this thing, it's like the mob, what they call our thing, right? For the school, it has to be a top-down thing, man. And I learned that watching the 30 for 30. I didn't know it because I didn't play for one. But watching the 30 for 30s, and you saw what they did in Schellenberger and how they did this in Miami and had them going to the hood way back in the 80s, getting everybody from, Dade County and bringing everybody in. And, dude, that's what it takes. That's what it takes, man. And if you're not doing it, and Miami's a hotbed for football, and if they could keep all the kids from Miami, they'd never lose. Most likely, they would probably have but they can't. And there's a reason why they can't. So, and Kev, we talked about it. Facilities, access to facilities, the stadium, where the stadium's at, all those things play into people that living there, why they won't play there.
And listen, if you're a University of Miami fan, I welcome you. Come on.
I'll take all the smoke. Come on. Call me up. I'm with all the smoke.
Because we're not throwing out stuff that we just nilly-willy with. Just Facts, man. So
yeah, what's it to talk about? What y'all giving the facts, right?
Yeah,
it is what it is.
And we get facts about everything, man. You know what I'm saying?
I try
So
to.
yeah, Miami lost to Middle Tennessee State, and they shouldn't have lost.
No,
that's what it is.
Come on, man.
Middle Tennessee,
if they saw Miami's facilities with these Middle Tennessee and be at Miami's next year, just for the weight room.
That is a whole fact.
Conference USA team.
And I'm not saying that like they're that bad, but that's No,
absolutely not. And this is and this is Chris Bowles' first year, right? Mm-hmm. So first year he's working some things out, but you can't be losing to Middle Tennessee State and saying that you're back. No, we won't.
You can't do that.
We definitely won't, man. We cannot.
And you can't have 3 years. These are kids, man. You can turn that shit around in a year. These are kids.
Yeah.
They want to be anywhere other than home, playing football on TV. Something you doing wrong.
Okay. Well, we're gonna give them a year.
You gonna give them a year? I ain't giving shit. Because I've seen coaches I've seen dudes get fired without letting. I've seen dudes get fired without letting their class go through, and I never thought it was fair. So I always give a college coach 4 years, right, where you can recruit your class in, and if you're man enough and don't get a better job, you wait for that class to graduate, and if you don't have any success, then fine. But that's what I would like to see happen.
Yeah. So we got some good games coming up this weekend for college football. We're gonna move on to our last thing here. With the real quick, D-Dub, Herm Edwards in the University of Arizona State. That's really treacherous what's going on, and some heads need to roll over there for these alleged things that's going on over there.
Alleged things that he has his team that is actually trying to sabotage the whole organization as far as the way he got his staff, not the kids. Correction, thank you.
Staff,
not the kids, just his staff, and it's kind of it's dirty, man. I mean, you can't. I don't know if he has they losing. So after this, you got to clean house, or they gonna fire him. One of the but you can't have what's going on there now. It's really sad because everybody who suffers, the only people that suffer is the kids at the end of the day. So this situation is pretty bad. I thought they had fired him already, but apparently I don't think that's happened. But it's a lot of stuff going back there. But I don't know. I don't know how I don't even know really why. God bless Herm that he even wanted to step back into the arena of coaching. Yeah. God bless him at his age. I'm not saying that he can't do it, but to just deal with all that. I mean, he had a good job at ESPN. I enjoyed him on, and he's a man's man. So he's a coach.
You play to win again?
Yeah, man. Shout outs to Herm. Nothing but respect. So, and his name is he's a good dude. So to see him going through what he's going through down there is kind of
Facts, bro. We're going to finish up here with the National Football League. Some of our predictions for the night currently going on in Cincinnati, Ohio. The Cincinnati Bengals with their, I guess, white hot uniforms playing the Miami Dolphins. It's currently 7-3 in the second quarter. Second quarter looks like.
First quarter still.
I got 15 up here. 73. D-Dub, who you got in this game since it's early?
Well, I said Miami, but I wouldn't be surprised if Cincinnati wins the game. But I'm going with Miami.
Okay, Dan.
Cincinnati's in my division. I wish them all the best. So I'm going Miami.
Wink, wink. Go ahead, do the wink, Dan. Wish him all the best.
Yeah. Who you got, man?
Sixth rating Royd out there. It's like watching a Vegas show, wait for them to get chomped.
Oh man, I wait for the white tiger to come out and bite one of them. But yeah, I'm going with Miami because I have a Miami dude on my fantasy team. Go Waddle.
So you know they're gonna lose now because this guy just.
I know.
When you start doing that because of my fantasy team,
yeah,
Cincinnati gonna win tonight. So go ahead, Ken.
I just need Waddle to catch 4 touchdowns though. So.
Minnesota goes down to the Big Easy. Minnesota and New Orleans. Excuse me, no, that game is not in the Big Easy. That game is in London. The NFL is going back
in London.
That game's at 9:30 in the morning. So if you wake up in the morning, it's 9:30. Yeah, the game is on. So Minnesota, New Orleans. I'll start with the DA. DA, who you got in that game, sir?
I'm going with Minnesota, though, Jameis is my man, but he's been letting me down. So I'm going with Minnesota. And the angry one says Cincy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's got it.
Okay. We got Cincy. Thank you, E. I'm going to put your stuff up there. Yeah, we got E's. Yeah, Minnesota. Yeah, Eric got it right there. Minnesota. Eric's going with Minnesota. All right. And I'm going to show Cincy tonight. Look, he got the angry one got Cincy in Minnesota. So we got his picks. Dan, who you got? Excuse me.
Well, I know last time we did this and we did picks and stuff. I know D-Dub was writing this stuff down. So, I mean, at some point we got to give a running total of.
Oh yes, we are. Yeah.
During the show, how everybody's doing.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, I had Minnesota as one of the teams. For the preseason, information about them. I still like them. I definitely think they'll beat them over in London.
Okay. D-Dub, who you got? Kurt, my cousins is on there.
Yeah, my cousins, and he's something else, bro. But
Mr.
yeah,
500.
I'm going. Yeah, right. I'm definitely going with Minnesota in this one. Jameis Winston, man. I'm out on Jameis. I think he has had more than enough time. Yeah, Minnesota.
Okay. He said he's out on Minnesota. Okay. Next game, we got 1:00 game. Cleveland versus Atlanta. Cleveland versus Atlanta. Cleveland's 2-1. The Falcons are 1-2. D-Dub, since you're on the hot seat, what you got in that game?
Yeah. I gotta go with Cleveland, man. I mean, Atlanta has been in the games. So I mean, it's not like they are bad, but I'm gonna go with Cleveland on this one to win this game. On the road.
On the road. Okay. We got the angry one taking the Browns. Got the Browns. All right. Dan, who you got?
I hope Myles Garrett's. I know he had an accident the other day.
Yeah.
I hope
everything
is. Yeah. Hopefully he has a speedy recovery and his passenger. But I don't know, man. I just can't pick Atlanta as much as I hate Cleveland. But I'm going to pick the Browns.
Oh,
gotcha. DA, who you got in this game, man?
I'm going with Dan.
Yeah, I just can't do it. I
can't do it. I'm trying.
I can't.
I'm trying. God damn it! I'm trying.
I am.
Let's go to the next game. Buffalo visits
Baltimore.
This should be a very. This is a good one game. I don't understand why they didn't flex this game, but needless to say, it's not flex. Buffalo, I'm going to give my thing. I think Buffalo goes to Baltimore and beats them 24-17. I'm not expecting everybody to give a score, but that's my take. I'll go with D-Dub. Who you got in that game?
Yeah, bro, I'm going with as much as I like Lamar Jackson, I like this. I don't know if he has enough horses on this. I think Buffalo's going to bounce back from the debacle in Miami. They just made too many mistakes. So I think they clean that up and they beat Baltimore.
Yeah, well, they have more plays in them. That's for sure. Dan, who you could take it in this game?
Well, after Josh Allen lost his mind the other night, and they got beat, once again, another team in my division. But I really think Buffalo is still pissed off about losing to Miami. And right now, basically, Baltimore is the Lamar Jackson show. They figure out a way to contain him.
100%.
And I think they beat the wheels off Baltimore because they're still pissed off about losing to Miami.
Gotcha. DA, who you got in this game, sir?
I, however, am going with the contrary. I think Buffalo's defense has far too many injuries. They lost Poyer for the season.
Yeah, that's huge.
With their safety. And the tight end for Baltimore is going to eat them alive. Yeah, I don't think it looks good. This is one of those games in high school. It's like, yo, don't let one loss turn into two. Yeah, this is one. It's going to turn into two. So yeah, I'm going with Baltimore.
DA takes Baltimore. Next up, we got the Washington Commanders visit the Dallas Cowboys. And
he got Baltimore.
Yes, he took the Ravens. Washington against Dallas. That game's a 1:00 game in Dallas. DA, since I got you up. What you got on that game?
Commanders.
Got the Commanders.
No. Sorry, Ron. God damn it. Yeah, okay. Dallas should win the game, man. The Commanders have a team on paper, only paper.
Oh, I was going to say, didn't you scold me last week about paper?
They got my man, who was Carson, who's doing Carson things. So yeah,
he's like one of the best paper. He's one of the best quarterbacks in September.
Yeah, well, he's been. I think they sacked him 7 times Sunday rather. So he's and he can't run like Daniel Jones.
No.
So that means Michael Parsons sent the single season sack record on Sunday.
That's a bad dude, man. That is a bad dude. Skinny D-Do, who you got for that game, man?
Yo, bro. Again, you look at these teams, man, and any given Sunday, Dallas has stabilized themselves, and they're trying to walk right now. So I have to take Dallas, but again, this is what a Washington team would do. They'll come in here into Dallas and get a win, find a way how to get a win. But I don't see it though. I think Dallas should take care of business and get to 3-1 on the season.
I'm definitely with you guys. I'm with Dallas winning the game. I think it'll be close.
Okay.
I think it'll be close. Somebody did something, I guess. With that said, yeah, Dallas should win this game. So we got up next. We got Seattle.
I'll take Dallas.
Oh, I'm sorry, Dan.
I'll take Dallas.
I'm sorry, Dan. I forgot down. Yeah, that thing distracted me. That whatever SWAT device distracted me. It's my distractionary device out there. So next up. Seattle visits Detroit. Seattle's 1-2. Detroit's 1-2. I'm going to go first. I think Detroit plays hard. They're going to beat Seattle. Seattle is absolutely look like they come back to the pack after their first game that they won against Denver that they should have lost, but needless to say, I think Detroit will win that game. Dan, sorry that I skipped you. What you got?
No, you're good. Like I said, I think Detroit's on the up, and I like Detroit in this game at home. I don't think they're going to blow the lead to Seattle like they did Minnesota last week.
Yeah, they play hard every week, man. So, yeah, I'm with you on that. The angry one got the Lions. D-Dub, who you got, sir?
Definitely, I got Detroit. Detroit has been in more games. Has been in mostly all the games. They got the one win, and the last 2 games that they was in, they was pretty much in the game. So I'm going with Detroit to. They just look better to me than Seattle.
Thank you, sir. DA, who you got, sir?
Since I just picked up Detroit running back,
I got that. Was it. Okay, gotcha. Gonna pick
up Detroit on a clean sweep.
Yeah, clean sweep. Everybody's got Detroit here. Next game up, we got the Daryl's Los Angeles Chargers go to Houston, face the Houston Texans, who are 0-2-1. D-Dub, because I think DA has some beef with you over these LA Chargers. What you got there?
Bro, man. Hey, listen, man. I can't help what the coaches, they do some of the dumbest stuff that if your man is hurt, sit your man down. Like I said, I said on Monday, it's only the third game in the season. Why put him out there, risk him to get further injuries or sustain any further injuries? So with that being said, I don't know what Staley is going to mess around and set himself up to lose that job. And we're going to have another coaching carousel, and somebody's going to come in that used to coach from in New Orleans, and he might end up in that spot. Now, I don't know. It might happen, might not. But with that being said, I'm going with the Chargers to, get back on track. And although Houston is playing good, so Houston, shout out to Houston. They've been playing pretty good. So it's not going to be a wash, but, they should handle business and take care of Houston.
The angry one said if Herbet is out, Texans win. I don't know the injury update.
Yeah, I haven't heard it.
Yeah, I agree with that. If he's out. The Texans are one of the most balanced teams in the league.
I told you they've been playing very well. So it's not going to be a walk in the park, like I said.
But you guys talked about Lovie Smith all the time.
Well, that's what I said. They're a very balanced team, man. They're doing what they do. If Herbert's not playing, I don't really believe in the Chargers. Anyway, the defense is not what everybody said it was going to be. Dudes are gashing them, and I think the unknown Texans will have a good game if Herbert's not there to bail them out.
Okay. Dan, what you got?
Well, I know everybody's basing this off of whether Herbert plays or not. I don't care if he plays or not. They're still going to lose. If he plays, they may have a service for him next Sunday because they're going to get him killed. The guy, he needs to sit. He needs to get healthy. Why the hell did you play him the entire game when you got smoked by Jacksonville?
There you go.
Are you trying to end his career early?
Yeah.
It's just dumb. So whether he plays or not, I don't think it matters because all it's going to take is not even a sack, just a hit on a bang play where he gets the ball gone, and he's going to be feeling that pain all day long. They just need to rest the guy and try to get him back in a week or two and try to get to the playoffs. Because if they keep playing him, they're not going to make the playoffs, nor is he going to make the rest of the season.
Yeah. And Staley won't have a job.
Yeah, and Dan, I'm agreeing with you. I think the Texans, the Chargers will win this game. And yeah, the coaches need to be smart about who they play and whatever, and go from there. Just gotta be smarter. Tennessee. We'll start off with the DA. He has on the Tennessee Titans jersey there. Tennessee visits Indianapolis. Tennessee's 1-2. Indy is 1-1. DA, who you got in this game, sir?
I'll take Tennessee. I don't like either one of these teams.
Sound reluctant, but okay.
Yeah, I don't like either one of these teams. So, not mean like as a fan, but I don't.
Right.
Neither one of those teams have done anything special this season. To say that they want to be playoff teams, no identity. Both teams got good running backs. They were supposed to have good offensive lines. A little overrated for both teams on the offensive line too.
Right.
Neither team has receivers at all, but the defenses were both supposed to be stellar, and they're not. So that's the issue with both of these teams. So the game will probably be a yawner, but it may be it could be a defensive I guess you got to have good offense to have a good defense. Well, yeah, they will. The running backs against the defense would be cool for a little while, but that's it. I'll go with the Titans because they have, I think, a little bit better of a defense.
Gotcha.
A wee bit.
Dan, who you got, sir?
Really, both these teams. But I'm going to go with the Colts at home. I think after they got their first dub, I'm liking their chances against Tennessee.
Gotcha. I'm going to take the Colts at home also. D-Dub, who you got?
Yeah, I'm going with both of these teams are snorers to me. So yeah, I'm taking Indy at home.
Okay. Dan, I'm going to start with you. The New York Jets come to what's the name of the stadium?
Heinz Field.
Okay.
Yeah. That sounds like the foot disease stadium. Go ahead.
Are they getting into a time machine?
They still got the ketchup bottle outside, brother. It's still Heinz.
Okay.
They can call it whatever the hell they want. All I know is if Mitch struggles this week, we will probably see Kenny Pickett. So I like the Steelers at home. I just think the Jets are the Jets. The Jets have been the Jets for the last 5 years. They got talent on paper, but they just can't get it together. But, I don't know if Mitch is going to have to fake an injury so we can put Pickett in, but something's going to happen.
Okay. The angry one took the Titans last time, and now he's taking the Jets. D-Dub, who you got?
Yeah, I'm rolling with Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh at home in the foot disease stadium. Yeah.
The acupuncture stadium.
Acrisure Stadium. Yeah, I'm going with Pittsburgh. 1 o'clock game at home. Pittsburgh.
Gotcha. DA, who you got, sir? Is you gonna make a pick?
Did he fall asleep?
I'll go with Pittsburgh, even though Flacco is Flacco.
No, he's not supposed to be starting. I think Wilson be starting this week.
Oh, okay, yeah, definitely Jets.
Yeah, the mother something guy.
Yeah. He'll be starting this week.
Yeah,
He'll be starting this week.
It's the Steelers.
Okay, all right, DA. I'll give you something to think about right now. The Monday game, the LA Rams go to Santa Clara to visit your 49ers. Who you got in that game, man?
I gotta take the Niners, even though I'm not really that sure about it, but I gotta roll with my dogs.
Okay,
we're gonna beat defensively. We're gonna beat them down. Beat them down.
Okay. So D got the Niners. I'm gonna say I'm gonna take the Chargers, man. Excuse me, not the Chargers, the Rams. I'm gonna take the Rams. I think the Rams gonna squeak this one out. Think it'll be a close game. We'll see. D-Dub, who you got in this game?
I'm going LA Rams to beat San Francisco. I don't know. San Francisco, man. I mean, Jimmy G going
run the ball. We're gonna run the ball.
That's run the ball. Run the ball.
Yeah.
Huh?
Run the ball, they win, you say?
We're gonna run the ball 30 times on Monday. So if you don't like to see it, just don't watch it. It's gonna be 30 though. It's gonna be like Franco Harrison back there.
Okay.
I'm going with the Rams, Kev.
Gotcha. Dan, who you got there, sir?
I don't know, because I remember watching the highlights this past weekend, and Jimmy G got his chance to start again, and then he did something I don't think I've ever seen in football in the 40 plus years I've watched. He actually had a safety and a pick six on the same play. So
get the baby.
So I don't
get up there.
The only thing I think that San Francisco is going to do is running out of the end zone. I got the Rams.
D-Double, you got me.
No, I said the Rams.
Okay, that's right. You said the Rams.
He's got the 49ers too.
Thank you, E, my brother.
Yeah. You got the Niners. He got the Niners. Since E talking, your team travels way across the country to Charlotte to visit Arizona visits the Carolina Panthers. Arizona's 1-2. Carolina's 1-2. I'll start with myself. This is I'm gonna take Arizona, man. Take Arizona. Arizona. Neither team is playing, I guess, well, and the angry one says he's taking Zona. Okay, he's taking his team to Arizona. Dan, who you got?
Okay, so I know this is going to be a big topic of discussion. So for those of us that are in the esports community, Modern Warfare 2, the beta was last weekend. I think that's why Kyler had a rough day. The beta's over with. The game doesn't come out till next month. So I got Arizona taking it to the house on this one. The beta's over with. He won't be on Call of Duty. Let's go with Cardinals.
We do cover esports on here, but I didn't think it was going to be international in here. But thank you, Dan.
Not a problem, sir.
So we got it covered all the way around.
Sports Faces, D-Doe, who you got, man? Did I call you? I forgot.
No, I'm going with Carolina. I'm gonna go with Carolina to get the win.
DA, who you got, man?
I flipped the coin for this one.
I'm going with Heisman number 2, and that's Kyler from Oklahoma. So I'll go with Kyler. Car seat, get it done.
The angry says Baker can't beat us. Okay, got you there, angry one. Oh yeah, I'm going with Arizona. I'm going with Arizona. New England versus Green Bay. Hey, if you didn't see Belichick's his press conference about injury to Matt Jones, I thought that shit was hilarious. It was funny. He says they asked him, "What's the prognosis on Matt Jones?" He says, "Hurt. He'll be better to play." What? So as he get better, he'll be available to play. What?
As soon as he fucking get better, he'll play.
I don't even know why they ask stuff. I don't even know why they ask him some of the stuff. Green Bay versus New England. Green Bay. I'm going to take Green Bay. Green Bay is going to win this game. The game is in Green Bay. New England is 1-2. Green Bay is 2-1. I got Green Bay. DA, who you got, man?
I'm going to take Green Bay, and I don't even think Green Bay is a better team, but Green Bay is going to win. A better quarterback.
Gotcha. Dan, who you got, sir?
I got Green Bay at home.
Cool. D-Dub, excuse me. Who you got, brother?
Yeah, it's. I think it's gonna be a clean sweep here. Green Bay. New England ain't got enough.
They got a pretty good team. It's just
yeah, they got a good team, but they're just not. I don't think they're good enough to beat. They're just not good enough to beat Green Bay. I don't see it at home.
Gotcha. Let me move to the next game. Tampa Bay and Kansas City. We don't know where that game's gonna be played. Shout out to those that live on the Gulf Coast of Florida with the Hurricane Ian and all that stuff. A lot of people have been displaced. I don't think the NFL has said where the game's going to be. I guess they have to access and all that stuff, man. But thoughts and prayers for all those who's on the Gulf Coast of Florida. I don't even know what you do with a game like this. If they said if they have to go play somewhere else, they'll play in Minnesota. If I was to pick this game, I would pick Kansas City. Kansas City's been playing better. And both teams are 2-1. Tampa Bay. I'm picking Kansas City. D-Dub, who you got?
I got KC, man. They came off of a loss. Both teams was coming off a loss. So, but even still, I still think Kansas City is probably the better team.
Right.
Tommy has missing so many weapons. I don't know what the injury report is and if anybody is coming back, but they got a slew of people that's out. So I will have to go with Kansas City.
Dan, who you got, sir?
I like Kansas City in this. I know Tampa's got a couple of the receivers are down, so I got to go with Kansas City. Doesn't matter where they play this.
Yeah, me too. DA, who you got, sir?
This time I'm going to go with the underdog. I'll take Tampa Bay because their defense and Mike Evans comes back this week, and Tom Brady will figure out something.
Okay.
Because defense is optional in Kansas City. So.
Yeah, DA has been a proponent of that. Yeah, he's been saying it for the longest. They don't play a lot of defense in KC. Got a lot of barbecue sauce, but not a lot of defense, man. Last but not least, very intriguing game. Denver is a crazy 2-1 team. Really could have lost all 3 games, and Las Vegas is, they saying, the best 0-3 team. And this game is in Vegas. I don't know, man. The thing ends in a tie. I don't know. This is something. I'm going to pick Denver. I'll pick Denver to win in a close game. DA, who you got in this game? Denver and the Raiders.
It's hard.
Yeah,
I like Denver. I like Denver's defense, but I like the Raiders' offense, and I think the Raiders have some defensive pieces. But they got like D-line pieces. So if Russell, gets past them, it's a wrap. So, I'll take Denver. I don't feel good about Denver though, but I'll take them.
No, I said the same thing. D-Dub, what you got, brother?
Yeah, I'm going with Vegas, man. I do not like Denver, bro. They something watching them. I think with Russell Wilson in that uniform, I don't know. I don't like the way they look. I don't like the way they really play. I'm going with Vegas. Vegas to get off the snide and get their first win.
Gotcha. Dan, what you got for us, bro?
I said we got how many more games to pick? 3?
No, one more. This is it.
Giants and Bears.
Oh, sorry, Giants and the Bears. Yes.
Jags and Philly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why are we picking that?
All I know is thank God for the Sherman Bowl this weekend. These 2 teams are just ass. I don't know how Denver's 2-1 because they can't score.
Terrible.
At Vegas, they're 0-3, but can score, but can't stop anybody.
Right.
So
this has got to be it.
I got to go Vegas because they're in Vegas. They're home.
It's got to be it.
Chicago comes to New York and they face the Giants. I got the Giants.
I got
they're both 2-1.
Giants.
D-Dub.
Giants. Yeah, going with the Giants. I think they can get one. They should be able to get this one.
And last but not least, yeah, you hope so. Last but not least, the Jacksonville Jaguars. Amazingly so, playing better with a new coach. They're 2-1. The Eagles,
no, with a coach. A coach.
They go to Philadelphia and face the Eagles, the EAGLES Eagles. Eagles are 3-0. I think the Eagles, who have been playing some really great offensive football, and the defense is on point, they're going to win this game. It's going to be close. I think 24-21. Field goal at the end wins it. But I think shout out to Jacksonville. Doug Peterson got that team playing good, turning around, and nobody's wasting Trevor Lawrence's career as the aforementioned, we didn't mention his name, coach. DA's friend. DA, who you got in this game?
Oh, the best team in football, the Eagles.
Gotcha. Dan?
Just a side note real quick. 2 is down. It's not looking good.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I think this is going to be one of those sneaky good games because Jacksonville hasn't really been much over the last few years. And like DA said, they finally got a coach. I think the culture is changing there. They're buying into it. And
they got some players.
They got players. They're not bad. They are not bad. They just didn't want to play for the asshat. And I don't blame them at all. But now that the culture's changed, I think they're on it. And this to me, I'm going to take Jacksonville in this just because I like the direction they're going. Yes, Philly's very good, but I'm looking. This is my upset for the week.
D-Do, who you got? Dan's been on fire.
Dan is my man because I said the same thing. Oh yeah, Jacksonville. I'm going with Jacksonville. Upset the Eagles this weekend.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I like them too. I don't see that shit.
Yeah, I think Dougie
like
P.
him, but I don't see that shit.
Dougie P gonna get them boys ready and let them.
Dog, listen, man. You seen Batman and Batman this weekend? Them 2 catches that them dudes made. Huh?
Yeah.
See Batman and Batman. But this ain't no Robin out there. It's Batman and Batman.
It's all good. It's all good, man. Let these young boys get it, man. You know what I'm saying? So, Philadelphia is but shout out to Philadelphia because Philadelphia is actually playing better than I expected. This year. I didn't expect it. This is strong, and the quarterback is playing good. Although it's questionable because I've seen some things, and I'm like,
I told you
50 balls went the other way. So, hey, I'm just kudos to him. He's doing a good job. So
doing a good job, man. Hey guys, we're gonna have to get out of here real quick. Parting shots, man. Really good show. I'll start off with Dan. What you got for us, brother?
Great show tonight. Thank you for everybody out there that's listening or watching. We appreciate you, and everybody be safe. I don't know where everybody is in this with the storm, but everybody take care and be safe.
Gotcha. DA, what you got for us, bro?
Yep, batten down the hatches in North Carolina. Everybody else, man, just hold yourself down. Be better tomorrow than you were today, and the day after that, same thing. Every day, be better. Never be worse, and you'll never be cursed. Peace.
Bars.
I
like that. Thanks, D.
Yo, man. Hey, man, I ain't got nothing too tough, man. I just seen a tour, and it comes back to what happened last week, and what happened to him last week. So prayers to him. Hopefully they look like they about to cart him out.
I didn't see the injury. What happened?
He got sacked.
He got sacked.
Back.
Back or the head?
Actually, just fell down on his back. Like he
fell on his back, but he hit his head. He did the same thing that he did the week before. That we was questioning should he have pulled him out, and then he continued playing. He said it was his back. So
who the hell
I don't
is
know.
His backup?
I don't know. Well, but it don't look good. He looked like he needs some time
Magic is
off.
running in the locker room right now.
They're pulling him out of the Amazon Prime booth.
Oh,
Let's go,
shit.
Fitzmagic.
Yeah. Fitzmagic is gonna play right
Rip that
now.
suit off, bro. Yo, my parting shots though. Yo, everybody appreciate you. If you logged in, log on, wherever you're looking at it, wherever you get your podcast from, we appreciate you. Stay up and like I said, everybody batten down the hatches in North Carolina, and we're gonna get some good little rain.
Right. Appreciate you there, D-Dub. Once again, prayers for those on the Gulf Coast of Florida, man. They got hit really hard. Hopefully there's some relief and some aid coming to them guys, and people to help them out, man. So I don't have anything heavy night, but just prayers for those folks with this natural disaster with the Hurricane Ian, and those where it's path. Hopefully everybody's safe, whatever. And just prayers going up to you, man. But I don't have anything else. Hey, look for us 4th and Short on Mondays. We talk about the games on Sunday after on Monday, of course, right? Because Monday comes after Sunday. We're on.
There you go.
We're on all major podcast platforms, as D-Dub says. Check out our website at sportschaserspodcast.net. Make sure you check us out on YouTube, on Facebook, and anywhere where you can stream your podcast. That's where we're at, man. But it's been a good show. Good to be with the guys as always, man. But hey, on behalf of myself, I'm Kevin L. Warren, your host and moderator, the DA, Dorian D.A. Albritton, my man Dan K, the hockey dude, Daryl D.W. Warren, in the absence of Mike Mills and the angry one, James Eric Warren, man. In the comments, appreciate you, bro. This is the Sports Chasers podcast, man. Y'all be good. Y'all be blessed. Hey, we'll see y'all next week. Peace.
Peace.
What's up, everybody?